Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into 7 incredible stories from the Bible where people witnessed mind-blowing miracles but still didn't believe. Stay tuned because these stories might just change the way you see faith. First up, Pharaoh. The ruler of Egypt witnessed 10 devastating plagues sent by God, from rivers turning to blood to a swarm of locusts. But each time he hardened his heart. Exodus 7:13 says, "Yet Pharaoh's heart became hard, and he would not listen to them, just as the Lord had said." His pride led to his ultimate downfall. Next, the Israelites. Despite seeing the Red Sea part and manna fall from heaven, they doubted God's promise to enter the Promised Land. Numbers 14:11 tells us, "How long will these people treat me with contempt? How long will they refuse to believe in me, in spite of all the signs I have performed among them?" Their lack of faith led to 40 years of wandering. In the parable of the rich man and Lazarus, even in torment, the rich man asks for Lazarus to warn his brothers. But Abraham replies in Luke 16:31, "If they do not listen to Moses and the prophets, they will not be convinced even if someone rises from the dead." Judas Iscariot witnessed Jesus' miracles firsthand, but for 30 pieces of silver he betrayed Jesus. John 12:6 reveals, "He did not say this because he cared about the poor, but because he was a thief." Judas's love for money overshadowed the truth. The Pharisees saw Jesus raise Lazarus from the dead. Instead of believing, they plotted to kill him. John 11:53 says, "So from that day on they plotted to take his life." Their fear of losing power kept them in disbelief. Many followed Jesus for miracles and free food, but when his teachings became challenging, they turned away. John 6:66 states, "From this time many of his disciples turned back and no longer followed him." Their shallow faith was based on physical benefits. Lastly, King Herod. He wanted to see Jesus perform a miracle, but when Jesus stood before him, he mocked him instead of believing. Luke 23:11 says, "Then Herod and his soldiers ridiculed and mocked him." Herod's curiosity didn't lead to faith. These stories remind us that witnessing miracles isn't enough to produce faith. Hebrews 3:12 warns us, "See to it, brothers and sisters, that none of you has a sinful, unbelieving heart that turns away from the living God." Let's examine our hearts, seek a deep relationship with God, and trust in his promises. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring content.